what you think is more difficult?
Bless you.
The elite, the when you go into these tournaments, the USA Olympic trials, or the first several fights of your pro fights? What is more difficult in boxing? The amateur USA Olympic trial, the tournaments going out there, Russia, Germany, or the first 10 fights of your professional career?
The amateurs. This is my own opinion, but I'll say from my own experience, I've had 170 amateur fights in total, and then I've had 21 fights in the pros.
Mm-hmm.
In total, I would say that from the first 7 in my pro and from this, they're different in ways of maturing in the sports. However, competition level is just a little bit high peaked in the amateur level of that pedigree. When you're in that type of national environment, like you don't see a lot of people brag about. People brag a lot about, yo, oh, I boxed too, man. I did the Golden Gloves, but you know, you never really did like the national Golden Gloves,
Yeah.
the extra stuff that takes it to another level. You know, you're fighting the best of the best for 5 days straight from that state. You know, so
Mm-hmm.
they have to defeat everybody from their region and state. So it gets real hard, man. So you are fighting the best right off the bat. So I think that in my perspective is the toughest.
I think since y'all, you still young in the game, people know these rivalries and these fights that you had. That's why I was actually surprised that Jermaine Ortiz fought like that, because he never fought like that when he fought you. But when you was winning national titles, the power, the 8-ounce gloves is different, right?
The IQ, the power, the speed. The next guy I'm facing, not no slouch.
Mhm.
Kind of like a Rocky story. One of those motherfuckers that no name. Okay.
Fighter got nothing to lose.
Got nothing to lose. Got everything to gain.
Yeah,
And it makes it look bad on me if things don't go the way it needs to.
yeah, yeah. So it's
No,
gonna be
it's
a lot of pressure on you. It's
it's
always
more.
pressure,
It's
but
how can we get rid of him without getting rid of our guys?
mm,
So look at for instance, Pedro Campa. People didn't think so on and so on, but after I destroyed him, he went on to fight other guys and give him a run for their money.
Brandon Lee, yeah, he gave Brandon Lee a run for his money. When you
So
was winning the nationals, there was other names that a lot of people talking about right now. Tweezy, Gary Antoine Russell,
yeah,
and Boots.
mhm.
And I remember, and I say it today, and some people be like, "What you talking about?" Because I said that the kryptonite to Boots Ennis is Gary Antoine Russell.
They
What you
fought
talking about? And I'm like, "Yo, you ain't see the amateurs."
in the semifinals of the U.S. Olympic trials. I was there, and they actually
Yeah.
fought twice. They fought each other twice. I remember Richardson Hitchens lost to Jerron Ennis Boots,
Mm-hmm.
lost to him. Then he went to the loser bracket. I forgot who he was facing then, but he ended up losing again. I think he lost to Gary, to Tweezy.
Yeah.
Mm.
How you see that fight? How you see that fight in the professional level? Gary Antoine and Boots. If you see how they develop and gotten better, how you see that fight going? Since you know them so since the amateurs, how you see that going now in the professional level?
Stylistic fight. You know, because it was up and down with both of them in the semifinals. Boots felt like he won. He think he did enough. You know, Gary was blocking some majority of the shots, connecting with very, clean shots at the same time. It's a great stand up fight. I
Mhm.
think that Gary needs to just be needs to get hefty a little bit to fight Boots. That's it. So fight probably one time at the 47 and clean that out with him. You know.
But
I think
this is what
um,
people got to understand as well, that all you guys, this is your class, and look at what you have accomplished. Gary Antoine Russell, shout out to Gary Antoine Russell. I don't know what's really going on with his career, but he has not even been close. Boots Ennis just got the vacant title. Um, it's like you surpassed these guys way beyond, and probably they was coming in with more hype. You know what I'm saying? Like you did it the blue collar way. You ain't had no how you call it co-signers. You ain't had no Floyd Mayweather pumping you, or you're the next Roberto Duran, or you're the next Cesar Chavez, or Oscar De La Hoya. You made it straight from the mud. You got your name and everything, and that's why they
but
call it.
that's just part of the game. You become like the black sheep. You become whatever it is when you just you know how great you are, and nobody really taking a lot of the change back when you actually go out there and make it.
Like if you have Floyd Mayweather, like Tank had him, where do you think you'd be at right now in boxing?
I'll be like the face of boxing because that's how it works. Like, and Floyd told me when we were talking, we was talking for like a good fat like 15, 20 minutes. And this was for the Shakur fight.
Okay.
We was talking and he was like, man, you smart. You don't need my help. Like, you know what you're doing. Because
Yeah.
we were laughing about this during the time I said I was retired and stuff. And he said he did the same thing, 2 years. I was like, yeah, I already know. You gave out the blueprint in many different ways. You just got to know when to execute the blueprint.